From the moment we enter the world, we are taught a single idea. Family is sacred. They are supposed to protect you, understand you, and never abandon you. But what happens when the people meant to be your safe place become the source of your deepest pain? This question lives quietly inside millions of people today. Because there is a truth that rarely gets spoken out loud. A reality that is widespread, yet deeply taboo. Adult children cutting ties with their parents. Siblings drifting into years of silence. People sharing the same blood, yet becoming strangers. To society, it looks like rebellion. Ingratitude. Abandonment. But the truth is rarely that simple. This video explores the hidden psychology behind family estrangement. It dismantles the myth of the sudden break. And it reveals the years of emotional pressure that push people toward distance as a means of survival. If you are struggling with guilt, or trying to understand why someone you love walked away, this may offer the clarity you've been searching for. This is the truth behind the silence. Family relationships almost never collapse overnight. They erode slowly. From the outside, everything appears normal. Holidays are celebrated. Smiles appear in photos. The phrase "we're family" is repeated. But beneath the surface, something else is happening. Psychologists call this microtrauma. Small, repeated emotional injuries. Criticism disguised as concern. Boundaries quietly pushed year after year. Being labeled instead of understood. Having your feelings minimized or dismissed. Individually, these moments seem insignificant. But over time, they create an emotional environment. And your body notices before your mind does. You tense up before the phone rings. You rehearse conversations before family gatherings. You hide parts of yourself to avoid conflict. What you call family dynamics slowly becomes chronic anxiety. People don't leave because they stop caring. They leave because they become depleted. Estrangement doesn't begin with anger. It begins with exhaustion. To outsiders, estrangement looks sudden. One day they just disappeared. But this is the volcano effect. An eruption appears abrupt only to those who didn't see the pressure building underneath. The final argument is never the real cause. It's simply the last trigger. Parents think, "You cut me off because of this." But adult children think, "This has been happening for 20 years. The suffering was silent." That's why the break seems sudden. Estrangement is not a reaction. It is a culmination. In many families, you are not encouraged to discover who you are. You are assigned a role. The golden child, praised, idealized, burdened with expectations. The scapegoat, blamed for problems they didn't create. The invisible child, surviving by staying quiet. The parentified child, carrying emotional responsibilities far too early. These roles are not love. They are survival mechanisms. And when someone tries to step out of their role, the system resists. Because change threatens the balance. Many people don't leave their family. They leave the role that was destroying them. Emotional neglect doesn't scream. It leaves no bruises. It's defined by absence. The comfort never offered. The protection that never came. The curiosity about your inner world that was never shown. You keep returning, hoping this time will be different. But the well remains empty. And one day you realize, going back is a form of self-abandonment. People don't leave because of what their parents did. They leave because of what their parents could never give. Because of trauma bonds. And because of hope. Moments of warmth follow moments of harm. Apologies follow wounds. Promises follow broken boundaries. The nervous system confuses inconsistency with love. If I try harder, they'll change. If I stay calmer, it will get better. But hope is focused on who they could be, not who they consistently are. And eventually, a realization sets in. If I stay, I will disappear. Distance is not punishment. It is protection. Some choose low contact. Others choose emotional neutrality. And some, after years of trying, choose no contact. Not because they hate their family, but because every other boundary failed. Distance says, I can't change you, but I can protect myself. The hardest part isn't the separation. It's the grief. A person is still alive, but emotionally unreachable. There is no funeral, no closure, no ritual. You grieve the parent you never had. And letting go of that imagined version feels like a second loss. There is relief. The anxiety stops. Your nervous system finally exhales. And then guilt follows. This is the emotional cost of freedom. Estrangement is not always the end of a story. Sometimes, it's the first time life truly begins. You start asking questions you were never allowed to ask. What do I want? What feels safe? Who am I, without fear? The meaning of family changes. Not blood, but safety. Not obligation, but choice. This is courage. Family estrangement is not cruelty. It's the decision to stop walking back into the fire. You are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to build a life shaped by peace instead of pain. If this video made you feel seen, even briefly, know that you are not alone. We explored the quiet corners of the human heart here. Take care of yourself.